What's up, everybody? How are we on this pretty decent Wednesday? It's like 70 degrees out, light winds. Like, it's not a bad day out, but we gotta get this finished so that we can continue with the nitro car when the Amazon parking lot's a little less clogged up, or I find a better parking lot, because we have a goal here. So we'll get this sorted out and see what we can do. Anyway, we had some of the early crew in here. As usual, Cassie Masher, Franco Walker, Mr. S was in here. Joe Russ, Phil in the kitchen. Amelia loves Ariel. What's up? Classy, I know. What's up, Chippy? Made it early. All right. Slippy Fish, Jacques Attack, David Garcia. What's up, Marcus? Ooh, what is that? Is that Stulfader? I don't know if the P is pronounced. You have to let me know, Marcus. That's a... I like that. I like that name. Sorry. Someone bloody random. What's up, Delta Mike? Clive C. Maurice, did I get you yet? I don't know. I probably missed somebody. There's TJ. Yeah, we got some people in here. I'll get to everybody. Don't worry. All right. Hey, what's up, Hawk? Is our buddy on? Hawkness is dealing with a person that we would never have to worry about hanging out on this channel, as they have the intelligence of something I generally flush at 9:30 to 10 o'clock a.m. So, we may be having some fun later. Just go goofing on that guy. Anyway, what's up, Hawk? Is it who? The Pope? No, we're not. No, actually, God. Yeah, I'll talk about it Saturday. All right, that's a Saturday thing. Anyway, yep. So why don't we take a phone call? Do over to Thermowoofle, and then we'll get ready to start the show. Oh, and if you're, just in case you're joining late, check the live indicator, and make sure you're up to date. All right. Yellow. Yeah, this guy's been streaming for 14 years, and from the look of his computer, he gets about a frame or two per year out of his graphics card. Yeah. 14 years, like 200 subs. Yeah. He's a real winner. Yeah. Sure, I can intellectually put him down just by using basic first grade English. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye. Cheers, everybody. My live indicator would like to lodge a formal complaint about getting tickled against its will. We can do that all night. We'll make that live indicator just get bigger and bigger. And harder and harder. Anyway, let's do one more of these. Do the good old vertithermal woofle, and then we'll get down to it. Oh, yeah, hold on. Something arrived in the mail. Well, in my work's mail, but for me. Yeah, they're here. Oh, geez, sorry. Yeah, it's a box. Woo! Okay, now I feel like I should be on that other guy's channel. There we go. So you've been watching me eat the regular MREs. These are the 20, like, chunk. Big boy. This is a full day ration that the military, U.S. military uses. Same ones. 5 First Strike, the people that make the bars. This one is Italian style sandwich, white chicken chunks. And we got, and I think first one's lunch and the second one's dinner. Italian style sandwich, chicken breast fillet, seasoned garlic and herb. Like a goddamn jigsaw puzzle the way these things are in there. Chicken breast fillet seasoned. Okay, I'm noticing a pattern here. Okay. Apparently, a lot of the long deployment rations were chicken. Which makes sense. It's good protein. But I'll be derping around with them, like, kind of on the side, and if we get any highlights, I'll let you know. But, like, obviously I ain't eating all that food in one stream, and, like, I'm not trying to do, like, 3 food streams a day. Yeah, I listened to some clips from, last night's debauchery about the weird guy. Alright, vertithermal woofle. And, oops, wrong screen. There we go. Then we'll get down to it. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's not going to work, is it? Probably help if I opened said software so that it actually had something to capture. Well, at least now you know what the flamey background looks like. Let me see if the camera's working. Nope. Alright, now let's see if the camera's working. Yarp. Yarp. Alright, let's try that again. Shall we? Number 1. Ooh, recalibrate. 1 for Freddy. One over my crotch. And this one. Alright. Might as well get a thermal tickle in there. Alright, that was pretty good. The foam, that was really good. That was really nice foam today. It was very agreeable. Now do it with the acetylene. No, I'm not bringing my acetylene set in here and doing that. Like, the flame retardantness, I mean, it's already kind of retardant to set fire in your house, but I don't know that the flame retardant would handle oxyacetylene or anything. Sorry, spider with an erection? Cheers to that, Franco. All right, spider with an erection, everybody. All right. I don't know if you can hear poofers outside going crazy. Meow, meow, meow. Okay, so, I think the download link is in the description. I'm pretty sure I got that done. After Gas, yep, yeah, if you want to follow along, Gassy gave us the link to the directions. They're in the comments, and we're going to switch over to there. Yep, yorp. Move the coffee, grab the Miz out, and yeah, you could hear there. Hit the button. All right. And move the microphone. That would also assist in the matter. Okay, so here's where we're at. We just finished build. Can I have my actually on the right screen? Okay, because I can't see myself because the instructions are in the way. Like I fucking need a 5th monitor. Jesus Christ. Well, 7th, technically. All right. Anyway, so we just finished building this. Now we're putting green things together. Did I just break this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's build a green and yellow thing. That's not very spacey as far as colors go, but I'll go with it. I'm not the fucking engineer, well, space engineer here. Waggle, waggle. Oh, spider with an erection. No. Wobble, wobble. What are you smoking on today? That's the move the microphone. That's the same black cherry gelato I've had for a little while. I do gotta hit the store probably this weekend because I am on my last vapes and last, well, half ounce of flour. But I'm good on flour. I'm just low on everything else. Yes, step 238 in the manual. Thank you. Page 39 of the manual. Thank you, Mr. S. I forgot to remind everybody of that. Good on you. Alright, let's get around thing. So here's the rough situation, right? So when you're playing PvP games on Discord, you're usually in a team. And it is generally, what's up, Fama? It is a DJ, Chris, Simon, bunch of people. When you're in a Discord server, you're not always necessarily right next to each other in the game. Sometimes you're here, sometimes you're there, or sometimes you're just fucking 20 feet away in a different building, and you need people to shut the fuck up because, like, you hear something. It's a boink. So, like, me and the fellas, when we're playing, like, it is openly understood and even spoken, hey, if we're in the middle of talk, I need you to be quiet. I'm going to say, shh. And if you keep talking, like, I'm straight up said, if you keep talking, I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up. It's no offense. It's, you know, I'm trying to, you know, play the game. Like, it's very understood. But when you get someone that won't shut the fuck up, and then they get offended. Like, this is one of those things I'm, like, somewhat offended as a gamer of this person's behavior. You tell them to shut the fuck up, and they get offended. It's like, no, you fucking broke that rule. Like, that's number one PvP rule. If you need the comms, everyone else needs to shut the fuck up. Unless, like, everybody's in battle, and then, you know, fucking good luck. But, that's some bullshit. And then just go and fucking ape shit like we just fucked your mom with a pineapple or something. Like, yeah. So that's why I'm gonna have a discussion with this gentleman. Where the fuck are the other axles? Where's my tweeters? Sensitivity required. Yeah, it's just one of those classic douche nozzles that loves to dish it out but can't take it. Like, in general, you know what I mean? Sounds like it to me, anyway. Phew. HHO is loud and violent, yes, but oxyacetylene makes it look tame. Well, yeah. Jack Attack. What language do bridges speak? Spanish. That's Jack Attack, everybody. He's here all week. I am offended that if you met me in real life and I didn't shut the fuck long enough to say hi. That's a little different. Unless you're in Baltimore, because apparently Baltimore is considered by other people in other countries to be one of the United States' PvP servers. And, like, yeah. I heard that, I laughed so hard because it was so fucking true. The city I live, luckily, next to is fucking garbage. How, like, decent people still manage to live in there, I don't know. Because they are surely outnumbered by far by the general pieces of shit that just don't fucking care. And the government that talks the talk and then gives themselves a fucking raise or embezzles this and blah blah blah. Like, every fucking official we've put in there to run the city is turned into a corrupt piece of shit. Like, gee, I wonder why the fucking town blows. God. Granted, like I'm saying, like, there are little pockets that are like, you know what? Nice little thing. But you can't even get to them. Because you gotta go through fucking hell to get there. And it's on all sides once you are there. Oh, what a shithole. Dude in Alien Resurrection was right. Earth. What a shithole. Yes, sir. What's up, Josh? Even then, only his mom can get offended and not he. Oh. Do with ham. That's weird. Alright, we can do it your way, fine. What be weird about it? Cool. Are you building a burger? Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Is this a different? Oh, this needs to pop out somewhere. Really weird setup. Fair enough. All right, let me go grab the rest of it. All right, we're off to a good start today. I need to revisit that phone. I did go pretty light on the cannabis today. At least so far. There, we just snapped it on there. Like everything is, you know, got at its usual pain level, but I'm like, yeah, maybe I come off and like lighten up for a couple days, and maybe Friday I could try and catch a buzz. I think that's about it. Okay. I told my wife that old McDonald's farm had started to use artificial intelligence. Her AI? Me AI. Her oh. Oh boy. What are we doing here? For the blue ones. Sometime back, I built the Babylon 5 mock. It had 5 different of those build a cylinder in Lego techniques. That one was really hell to build. How many pieces? Do you remember how many pieces it was? I feel like I've seen that one. I guess I've browsed various mock sites. Word lit. Oh, Chipmunk is speaking a lot. That is fine. How's my girl, Chippy? Over 5 thing. That's a build, all right. What do we have? Besides the stupid ass bomber that will may get finished one of these decades. I feel like one of these was like 3 or 4,000. I forget how many. Other than the B2 with our highest brick count build on this channel is. Most of them seem to be around 2 or 3,000. I think this one was only like 900. Happy and asleep. That's cool. All I saw was something jack attack in 4 inches. Not really sure where that conversation's going. $67.35. A lot of pieces. This is, I guess once we get the connecting pieces on it, it'll kind of sort itself. It's not bad. Okay, now it's like a flower. So it's like a burger flour finger. Oh yeah, here's some more connecting bits. Where's our bag of bits? Bag of bits, bag of bits. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, the B2 is still in a landing pattern. Still in a holding pattern waiting. Fuck me. Still in a holding pattern waiting to land. It's been a slight delay. Is this one of those things where I gotta find the rest in another bag? Or is, oh no, it's only, okay, it is only 4. I thought it was 8. Oh, right, 8 halves, because that's right, they show you the parts pieces, they show you in, with it in half. Like, apparently, sometimes they don't ship the hinges assembled, which is, like, whatever, but kind of throws you off a little bit on them old instructions. But at least this is all getting solidly tied together. There we go. Okay. Big red nipples. Not those. There we go. Yeah, we'll just pretend the B-2 bomber downstairs was made by Boeing. We'll deal with it later. Here. Turn over. Do one here. Back flip. Plant-based spaceship. Currently in a crash landing pattern. Yeah, that's closer. Of course, if you look at it, it looks like it already crashed, but I was filling my pipe for the next puff, but accidentally smoked it immediately out of habit. Chris, that is just fine. What time is it? Top of the hour toast anyway. Cheers, everybody. Are we on the right screen? Yeah, okay. I figured you'd yell at me by now. Wait a minute. Where's the face cam? Hold on. I thought something was weird. Oh. I have no idea why that was off. Yeah, okay. That's weird. Okay. Thought something just because I can't see my feed because the instructions are up, but I was just like, something just, that was weird. Like something just didn't seem right. That's just weird. All right, so I got to make 8 of the following. Now that I've actually paid enough attention to see that, we will build all 8 at once. Whatever am I there? the microphone. All right, so we have that. Then we have a bunch of small honky pieces. 3 1x3s and 1x4s. 1 each, so 8. 1 for you. 1 for you. You. Grab 2 at the same time. Booyah. 3 more. Oh yeah, there's 2 stuck together. Nope. Oh, nope, that one's supposed to go there, but there's another one. My friend just installed Ethernet in her home in Sydney. Can't wait to visit the land down under. Oh boy. Oh, nipple pinchers. Alright. They're all in the same spot. I'll be able to just bucket them. Do that. Let's see. You there, you there, you there, you there. You there, you there. Oh, of course, we're short 1. 1. And 1 there. And 1x4s. These appear to be in the tray. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Crack-a-lackin'. What do we got here? We are doing what? Yeah. So we're going to hold the fin away from us. 3. And I'm guessing these are the beginning of more panels. 4. 3. Doo-doo-doo. Whoa, 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 easy killer. Easy. There we go. Starting to make a whole bunch of mistakes. Like that almost again. Doo-doo-doo. What's up, Pancake Man? Mr. Lockwatcher in the house. Like they're all pinching each other's butts. Nice. Nice. It'd be neat if you could fit that thing with real solar panels, real motors, real lights. Might be an idea to try at some point. Oh yeah, we probably, I mean, for that, it'd probably be easier just to 3D print a bunch of stuff. But I'm sure you could make a, quote, living Crew Dragon. Oh, more nipple pinchers. Let's see. Do we have enough here? Oh, there's a couple over there too. All right. There's one of those ones that looks like there's spread across a couple bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, everybody hold hands with your neighbor. Nobody gets lost. There you go. Everybody's got a buddy. Good. And flats. 3s and 4s. Three. 4. Yeah, there are 8 of those. 5. Come on. Spread them. 6, 7, and 8. Whew. All right. Scratch. Appreciate that, Franco. Sweet Caroline. Dun, dun, dun. I got you. Covered. God damn. Little tweet. Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Snappy today. At least we know that ain't ever gonna fall off. I'd like to do a Starline mock. The last 2 pages are empty except for those captions testing and QA. Oh. Yeah, I gotta check the Easter Bunny Rabbit Lego to Facehugger kit, because the guy, it was weird. He only published the instructions like some weird ass format on like Instagram. Then he did an update that was like partially PDF. Like it was like, here's this awesome creation and let me make this as difficult as possible to share it with everybody. So hopefully by the time we get to that, there'll be some like proper instructions that have been fully updated. Was it Lego Studio format? What's that? The facehugger thing? I don't think it was like he uploaded to some it was like some like way that you could only view it if you went through like the Instagram slideshow, where you'd have to download every picture and all that. So it was just weird. Functional, just weird. Alright, let's see your nipple. Oh, wrong one. Ooh. Just came off. Just put that back however the hell it goes. This nipple up. What about a butt hugger? I mean, I guess and I guess that's the personal preference of the face hugger if they're into eating ass, because like, if a face hugger grips onto your butt cheeks, you know where the rest of it's going. You know what I'm saying? Either way, something's being implanted somewhere. So I guess that depends on what that particular face hugger is into. Butt hugging face hugger. Or butt hugger. Okay, so this gets tweaked and stabbed. And they have them all kind of, yeah, that'll end up being, whoa. What are we doing here? We in? We good? Everybody good? Should these be, no, they should not be like joining. Okay. Stay. Sit, Ubu, sit. Oof, good boy. Alright. Maybe there's one of these. And 4 gray nipples. I feel like we dealt with gray nipple. Oh, we had white nipples. More nipples. Gray nipples. Nope. Nope. That's right. That's the miscellaneous. Oops, we forgot it bag. You'd be okay meeting a butt hugger there, Amelia? Sure, they could make it an interesting time, that's for sure. What the hell is that? Am I missing a bag? Is it the little one? Oh, no, okay, it's the little guys. Okay, not the big guys. Not the big guy. For these. And a 4 flat white. Nip, nip, nip. Good job, Jack. Such the instigator that he is. Flip 1 gray double blicky. Are we looking at light gray? Yeah, looks like light. Yeah, it's light gray. Light gray. 1x2. Yeah, we're at, in case you joined late, you can download the instructions in the video description. And we are currently on step something. 254, page 43. Okay. Where are they? Oh, okay. Where are those right there in the first fucking bag you looked at? Oh, yeah, how convenient. One of these. And a double nipple pincher. Convenient. There we go. A double pincher. I'm assuming that's Pokemon. Pinchy, pinchy. Focus, focus. There you go. The double pinch. Boink, boink. That is not the correct style piece. That is upside down, turned around, and backwards. Okay. So we need that benty piece, but with outer shoulds. No dark gray pieces in there. These are all the wrong ones. Well, not wrong, just ones we don't need right now. This is a dark gray piece. There. Is it in the tree? There. Up there. Up there. Oh, we're running out of bags here. I think we pretty much have to be in this one. It might be in the last. We have one more bag to check. Grab the yellow piece. Maybe it's in the mix of these other ones. Now I need 2 of those yellow ones. Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Stuff when there's only one. I guess one. Looks like one. Totally forgot to refill the volcano. That is going to impede the volcano's effectiveness there, Mr. S. You may want to take a moment to sort out said situation for a more pleasurable experience. Alright, what do we got here? We got this. Pinchy. Snap it. Tap it. Flap it. Pinch it. Alright. And am I making 8 of these? It just says 1. Okay. And this is omnidirectional. But it wants this about there. It would appear this is in a corner. How does that attach? I don't see how that attaches. That's ooh, what? Oh, I see. Okay, this is supposed to be 90 degrees out, which exposes those little guys. Which means I should be able to barely. How am I going to get that to snap? Alright, there we go. Okay. That's just a little tough to get on there, but yeah, we're good. Next panel. It's one panel. Huh? This square 4. Alright, let's see. There's a square. No, it's a wedge. This wants to be a square, but I will take the 4 out of there. There is no square in there because it's right over here with the silver that we also need. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. What's up, C2S? Too many Franks in one spot for the time continuing to be. No, if we're full A. What's up, Frank Benny? If we're fully franked, that's great. Being fully franked is not a common occurrence. It should be celebrated. As we look for this other piece. I feel like we're pretty much going to be building the same clamp system a lot. So why don't I just go ahead and get out a bunch of these pieces. As we go along. Specifically the backing pieces. Oh, shit. 420. There we go. Happy 420, everybody. Come on. It's clogged. There it goes. Alright. When is the car going out again? I need to find a slightly better spot. So, I have a couple ideas I'm going to check out. I will let you know. So I should be driving the truck around this weekend. I feel like there should be one more of these. Nope, there it is. So I'm going to check a couple spots out. In regards to said driving situation. Let's get all of these out. Know about that. Oh, yeah, actually we will need that. 15 of these. Doo -doo -doo. 1, 2, 3. 3 francs, 1 cup. Probably gonna pass on that particular episode there, blink. Unless you're bringing the mop. What else here? Light gray. Blues. 2 more. 1. And double light gray pinchy nipple. Pinchy. 1. 2. Almost had the third one in there with it. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Did you hear about the guy who ate 6 cans of alphabet soup? He had the biggest vowel movement ever. Okay. Vowel movement. God, that's not a bad way to describe a vegan pooping. 'Cause that shit ain't right sometimes. Okay. Let's see here. What are we doing here? That there. Double nipple pincher. And light gray, cap it off. Flip it. Double. And that there. Tweet. You want this one next panel over. Come on. Snap to it. May need some. Ooh. Well, I mean, that might help, actually. Get a better grip. Yeah, actually. Yeah, let's just leave the bottom off for now while we snap these in. I think that's going to be a lot easier. Why is that so far off? Ooh. Everything down here is shifted. Alright, we'll deal with it as we go. As these panels start laying in, everything should kind of take shape-ish. Ugh. Not on top of all the loose pieces there. Genius pants. Alright. And another panel. Some more of these gray bits. We'll get a bunch of these out too. There's not a whole lot more in this particular bag, but there is a bag with a bunch more in them that, like, oops, we forgot it bag that's sitting over there. And there's a bunch of those and another flat 4. I'll get all the flat 4s out. Kind of feel like that's going to be helpful. Doink, like a doika. Vegan pooping, that shit ain't right sometimes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, t-shirt quote, yeah. Yeah, that was a stupid 4 years. That's that ain't right either. There. That there, that on the back. Build our little clampy thingy. I could make a joke about vegan food now, but it would be tasteless. Or it just tastes like the same three things. Yeah. Alright, so snap that there, and I'm guessing it's the next. Yep, just keep going this way. Snap to it, nice, okay. My phone is going fucking bonkers here. Alright. Oh, hold on, I got coffee. Cheers, everybody. Have a sip of something. Here we go. Ooh. I love that. There's only two things in this I can't stand in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch. That's good. Maybe we watched that movie a couple weeks ago. All right, step two. Ooh, did I skip too far? No, okay, that's the one I just built. That's the new one, 273. Pull these panels out. We're obviously going to be using all of them. Oh yeah, I got to get some bananas. Next time I go to the store just to see if I can pick up any of that. Well, this is a complicated one coming here. Oh shit. Ah. Pick up any of that K40 on the old Geiger counter. Still haven't figured out where the hell my smoke detectors went. Hopefully I can find like an old one, tear it apart and try to get to the whatever, what is it? Is it the cadmium that's in radar detectors? Fucking smoke detector. Is it like cadmium that's in there or something? I always forget which element is in there. It's not even need any of these assholes. Shh, quiet, they're watching. They're all watching you. No, I don't think rhubarb is radioactive C2S, but it may, you know what, if it makes it taste better, I'll give it a shot. Radion? There's a lightning Mortal Kombat guy in there? Oh, that's neat. What in the fuck? Okay, let's see here. We have some flat white nipple pinchers. There's those. Smoking a pancake, you know. What is that? Oh yeah, flapjack in a cigarette. That's, oh god, yeah, you actually typed out the fucking accent. Flapjack in a cigarette? No? No? Cigar and a waffle? No? Pipe in a crepe? No? Bong in a blintz? Yes. No? Well, isn't there, there's just no pleasing you. Something like that. Every time he says bong in a blintz, I'm like, sure, I'll try a blintz. And, you know, after I try the other thing. It's Americium. No, that's like French fries. Or those are made out of Americanium or whatever the fuck it is. Radium in watch hands and clocks. Yeah, I tried my my little my watch with tritium on it, but I think it's just, I think the watch is, quote, I guess you'd say too heavy duty, therefore everything's kind of thick. So I think it's blocking anything coming off of the tiny, tiny little blips on the watch hands. There we go. Is that where they poop? Look at that. That's like the perfect shitter, but you gotta, well, I mean, I guess it would make sense. If you gotta drop a deuce, man, do it outside the shuttle. Like, we don't need that shit in there. What are you doing? I'm trying to take a shit. What am I hearing in the background? Deep space! Damn it! It's really cold out here. But hey, at least you wouldn't have to use a fan. Americium, is it Americium? Is it really Americium? Americium? Oh no, that's Americium. They pronounce it Americium, if I'm not mistaken. 241 from smoke detectors. And what does that admit? Like all the different, what is it? Three? I guess it's three bands: alpha, beta, gamma. Is that like pretty much the only three bands of radiation? Look for low sodium salt. A lot of it has potassium, which is what makes, yeah, the K40 potassium can give off very low radiation, but only if your Geiger counter is sensitive enough, which I guess we'll see. Considering it's fully encased in plastic, it means it's really not going to be picking up much beta, that's for sure. From my understanding, anyway. Glass blocks it, even skin blocks it, just don't inhale it. Yeah. Gotcha. So I shouldn't, like, eat it when I'm done. I think thorium has mainly beta decay. That can be blocked by a piece of paper. Yeah, beta, apparently, like alpha and beta, they're just like, well, you're just like, go away, and they're like, ooh. But if you get them inside you, then, like, good luck. That's what MK was teaching me about the other night. MK is a nuclear nerd, as I've coined him, amongst other topics that he is very knowledgeable about. But yeah, I learned a whole bunch of stuff. Like, the little bit of knowledge you hear me talk about radiation is probably what I learned from MK the other night. Ain't gonna lie. But that's cool, because I got to learn. I like to learn something every day, and I learned a freaking lot that night. Zeta radiation? Zeta. So that puts out low gamma and alpha, so I'd only be able to pick up any gamma coming off of it. Okay. I mean, worst comes to worst, apparently, like, even on fucking Amazon, you can order radioactive material. It's like $25. I don't know if it's legit or not, but I mean, like, I don't know. I was looking at it like, that seems weird. But I mean, it is Amazon. They fucking sell just about anything. And another reminder, which I'm going to try to do midstream more often, since sometimes streams, as I've discussed before, and a lot of you have noticed, sometimes streams drift. So go ahead and check that live button. And if you're behind, but you've been watching like the whole time, or for a while, I guess, like, let me know how far behind you are. I'm genuinely curious about that kind of thing. I have no idea why. I just find it interesting that, like, everybody, like, here and there, you just kind of drift, like, behind a little bit. Cool whip. I need a stream alignment. Am I out of alignment here? That's pretty fucking good. Look at that. Like, I kind of straighten that shit out a little bit before stream. And granted, I'm eyeballing it, but it ain't bad. It ain't bad. Frank Nedobetty had 13 seconds drift, and you've only been here, what, 10, 15-ish minutes? See, that's just weird. I mean, as far as I know, understand, it's just because, like, people's internet will lag here and there. And apparently it just kind of somehow, I guess, kind of slows the whole thing down a little bit. So I guess I sound even more stoned than I normally am. But then you check and you catch up and you're like, what the fuck? It's kind of weird like that. I don't understand it, but like I'd rather it's give some kind of indication of like a buffer or something. Just so I can say, oh, okay, that's the problem. Or, you know, if it's something that's happening a lot, then I would like to know, because then I may need to do some troubleshooting. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna start doing that every once in a while, or well, yeah, every once in a while on the live stream, like probably about halfway through. Yeah, there shouldn't be any problem with my internet. What are we doing here? Okay. Like I'm generally like usually the slowest. Wait a minute. I just did that one. Okay. Generally, the slowest my internet gets is about 750, 750. Let's say. But that's why I got gigabit, so that even if there's lag in the system, I can still stream relatively smoothly. I know here and there we get bumps where the stream drops. Seems like it happens like every few months. And that's usually something on my end, but that's usually something in Windows fucking up and then just lagging the whole system out. My father was part of the civil defense when I was a kid. I learned a lot about nuclear stuff for survival. If the fallout lands around you on the ground, yeah. Yeah, I have a couple things here and there of survival manuals, some focusing on like nuclear stuff and this and that. I haven't read them in a while. And since I haven't like freshened up, I'm losing the knowledge. So I need to like touch up on that some. Frank, hey, what's up, Kevin Hardesty? Frank Nedo saw a huge JLG parked below the pines and finally caught the tower and knew from the emitters or whatever they are called on top. Below the pines and finally caught the tower. Okay. You get breaks in the stream and sometimes splits in two. Yeah, I've noticed that on like sometimes it'll be perfectly smooth. Like I can watch like, and this is on anybody's stream, and then all of a sudden it like moves on to the next video. Like it auto plays the next video, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? You go back and the other person's still live streaming. People on there are not saying, oh, a new cellular tower. Oh, okay. And like you go back and like other people like we didn't have any problems. And I've also noticed I have noticed that on my stream. So it'll be like, you know, like say like here's like the fucking graph, the analytics graph. You'll have like, you know, a little bit of, there's always drop off, and then it'll be like I'll do that. And I always figure it's a derp in the statistics, but maybe that's one of the times where YouTube just stops the feed for no fucking reason. Like when that happens, there's no errors reported on OBS. So it means it wasn't encoder lag. It wasn't transcoder lag. And it wasn't stream lag, because it talks to YouTube, and if YouTube detects lag, it tells OBS, and then OBS reports it. But there's never any reports of lag. It's just sometimes YouTube goes, yep, next stream, derp. So I have no idea. Like maybe they have fucking, maybe something, the part that controls that, like running on an iPhone or something. Alright, one more. Fucking panel night here. Phew. Bacon square panel. YouTube lag can be fucking weird, says Chippy. This live stream gets behind another chap I mod for has a much slower internet and it literally does not happen. You suspect a setting. Well, I'm also uploading at 35 megs a second. So it could also just be that YouTube may fall behind occasionally on decoding my streams. But that makes the game look crisp, so I'm considering dropping it to like maybe 33. But yeah, like it just makes I run it that high just because it makes the game look good. You get less motion blur and shit. I mean, it's still there because YouTube, you know, fucking adds plenty of it in when it transcodes the shit, even though I send in AV1, so it really shouldn't have to. But, in regards, ooh, it may just be that it is. And it's funny because sometimes it'll say, "Oh, everything is great, everything's awesome," and then other days it'll be like, "Could you drop the bit rate a little bit?" Be like, "Well, it was fine yesterday. What your problem is?" All right, let's put the base back on. Assuming it'll fit. And snap in. It should be right about there. Be like right there. Ooh. Other pieces are pushing apart. That's not good. Okay, that's the one. We can get this back on. That's not a problem. Okay. Push at the good spots. So get everybody in their respective slots. Slot. Oh, you had to play the slots? Oh, yeah, we love slots. Okay, I'm fucking with it. The other chap uses OV. Computer's getting hotboxed. I mean, that's entirely possible too. Alright, let's see. Maybe try uploading at 8 megs for a few. Ooh, that sounds disgusting. I mean, how often, like, I guess you guys would have to tell me, like, how often do you get, like, a really weird drop in my streams, would you say? Is it, like, all the time? Because, like, nobody really has mentioned it before. So, if I need to adjust, then we shall do that. I guess I'll ask again Saturday if anybody's had that issue. Because it could also just be like a localization issue of like YouTube connection to other YouTube in other country broken, dropping stream thing kind of deal. Never, no drops once. So I know it's done it definitely at least once. No drops, but he gets behind. Hawk needs to up his trend. Well, yeah, but you also need to make sure you have enough GPU to up it. So you haven't gotten another GPU yet, have you? Or did you? I forget. I think you got a dog instead of a graphics card. Is that about right? Oh, you did get the 40s. Okay, for some reason. Oh, right. Yeah, I got the super. You got the regular 40s. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I think, yeah. Because you, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You were able to get one because I ordered my 4070 Super. You got the 4070 before my 4070 Super came in. Because it was literally the last run MSI did of fucking 4070 Supers. Yeah, when you're 20. That's right. See, I'm high. I'm not in work mode. Like that's knowledge that's filed under work stuff that I need to like remote access. Frank, I get 900 megs a second plus download and around 30, 40 upload. That's. Oof. I mean, I'm saying that's terrible. That's not bad. Like that's for anybody, for most people, 30 to 40 meg upload is more than enough. But for streamers, that's really pushing it for the high quality, especially if you're trying to stream at 1440. Like that's kind of like a minor issue that Killa Mike's having is his internet upload, I think, is about 30 to 35, but it's not a fucking solid connection. So I'd say once every other stream, he'll get like 5-10 minutes of just buffery weird shit. It's fucking frustrating because like he's got like the best internet in. Did I just put the wrong pieces on? No, that's right. Okay. That you can get in his area, but the best internet in his area fucking blows. Okay, a red thing in more corners. But he, I believe, transmitted, it's either 18, 19, or 20-ish. So he's riding his threshold pretty tight, but he gets a great stream until he gets those little buffer episodes. And like, his internet company just doesn't seem to be interested in, I don't know, they're just kind of, like they're trying to sort of fix it, but seems like they could hurry the fuck up a little bit. But anyway, that's not why we're here. Me rambling on. Western Kentucky. It streams so much better now. Oh yeah, yeah. Fuck yeah. The 40 series built in, especially if you're broadcasting AV1 codec, since you now have a 40 series, that's the native codec for, I guess Restream would probably support AV1, but that's the native codec for the 40 series. That's the chip that's built into it is for that does the video transcoding and encoding totally separate from the GPU. That chip is optimized for AV1. And you can tell because my 30 what I have oh no, in the studio rig, the 3060 with 12 gigs, that could only do one encoding. Like I couldn't record and stream at the same time, and I had a lot of difficulty running Discord and streaming at the same time. Whereas this motherfucker uses that built-in encoding shit, and I can do all three in the fucking computers. Like, are we doing anything yet? Like the 40 series, any 40 series you can get your hands on if you're looking for a card, if you can find them. For broadcasting and streaming, like it is the absolute fucking #1 card to get a hold of. Anything 40 series, just because of the built-in encoding chip for video encoding. Or you get really fancy, that 3060 is now downstairs in my media/security rig, and I use it, and since it's on a 14th gen Intel, I use its built-in GPU. One does encoding for, what the fuck is that thing? One does encoding for MB, my media player / server, and the other does the encoding for Discord. So you can get really crazy once you get external video cards going. We're looking for one single fucking black nipple. It's probably there it is. So it's probably the last one in here. And it looks like it is. All right.
Just be really careful with NVIDIA drivers. Don't install them until they've been out for a couple weeks. Because the latest batch of NVIDIA drivers just fucks everything up. About every other driver release is an absolute fucking catastrophe. Alright. Okay. Have to check my encoder. We'll experiment with it tonight. Yeah, if you can get the NVEC AV1, that is like your graphics. Like when you're gaming, it will. You may. It's possible that you may actually get a couple more frames out of it, depending on I think you do 1080. I forget. I've never actually. I haven't actually checked what you broadcast at. So I'm usually watching on the phone because that's where I watch most of my Twitch. All right, this goes right there. So this just sits. I don't think there's anything that holds those in place except for just the wedge of everything. Okay, so this is a very gravity dependent thing. Yeah, shit, we're getting close to done. Alright, okay, with the nipple facing us. Once. Where's the flappy bit? Yep. It wants it like that. What the fuck? Oh, okay. And like, however the fuck it fits. Ooh, as everything comes apart. I feel like something broke, but if it holds together, I don't care. Alright, yep, there we go. So I heard something separate. Probably more of that happening as well. This is going to be one of them ones that once it's all together, just don't fucking touch it. Okay. So this part's done. It's just how that's rocking. I don't know that there's anything on the top of it or not. I guess that's about it. So now we get to build the stand for it. Easy. Like all those, like, most of these panels are just kind of resting where they are. Okay, yeah, next now we're building the stand. Page 55, step 321. Alright, so just a whole lot of, a bunch of black pieces, a bunch of white pieces. Let's just dump these out there. There's no point in having bags with like one or two pieces in them, clogging all the whole joint up. Well, it had a little bit more than one or two, but whatever. That's got a lot of pieces. We'll leave that. That's got a bunch of pieces. We'll leave that. All right. Let's see. 5 short. Oh, yeah. Let's dump this one actually. That's got all the pegs in it, or studs, or whatever. And 3. 2, number 3 doubles. I guess probably in here. Let's dump this one out here. Not in there. Perfect. Alright. 1 and 2. Have a good night there, Frankie. Appreciate you stopping by. Frank Netto, Betty. Cats are like an unpredictable switch where when there is more than one, they will dart around like the world is falling apart most of the time and just want treats and scritches and food. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, they are pretty much all or nothing. 7 long with holes. 7 holes, right? Yeah. Okay. And 2 like axle holder things, like something that you'd see like holding an axle somewhere, which is probably what it's. No, it's actually not doing that. Okay, whatever. Right, that there, that there. I don't know what this is for yet. That's just kind of there. All right. 4 torches. 3 and 4. Do, do, do. Halfway. Where the... Wow, that went flying. Hold on. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, Blair. Blair. Axhole. I don't think we've had much discussion about any axe holes. Yeah, it's about a 15, I'd say. Up there. There. Are we doing one of these, 2 of these? I guess just 1. 2 of these. 1 of those. 1 of these. Alright, let's see. This. This. Where's this one? The 3rd one down. That goes there. This one goes next to it. Pinky's out. That goes there. And there. Cherry cheesecake. I'm listening. You have my attention. Top of the hour toot as well. Tootly toot toot, everybody. I'm out of coffee. Crack-a-lacka. Alright, yeah, now we get to put this piece. Like, I'm curious as to why they had us put this together and then build this when we could have built this and then just taken this and put that. That's, alright, yeah, whatever works. Just a curiosity thing of why is that like that? Doesn't really matter. Just curious. Where's that piece there? 2 more axle holder thing looking blickies. Whoa, stream elements going crazy. Oh, okay. Thanks there, Jack. No, and of course you gotta get the boobies, of course. Understood. Understandable. 4 torches. How are we doing these? 4 this way. Okay. 1, 2. Do you have more? May I have some more, please? Oh, there's one. There's the other one. Scratch the nose. Scrolling down. Another 15. And the other 15. When I was young, I wanted to be a dolphin, but as I got older, my sense of purpose faded away. Oh boy. An Englishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman walk into a bar. You'd think at least one of them would have seen it. I feel like I've heard that one before. A good one, though. Definitely a good one. That's different. Okay. And that's... And scratch the bridge of the nose. And connect. Yeah. Wrong side, asshole. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Anyway. Oh, great. Now they can't move their feet. That's terrible. Can't stand EEV blog. That whiny voice he has, and some of the stuff he said about Americans. I don't watch him anymore. Yeah, I haven't watched him in a while. He just didn't really grab my attention. Like every once in a while, I'd be like, "Oh, okay," and then it'd be like, his voice does at times kind of get a little grating. Boo! It's not mine. Scratchy, scratchy. Don't turn it on. Take it apart. I want to turn it on first, just to make sure the fucking thing works before I take it apart. At least. But, yeah. What? Is that right? Oh, yeah. Look at that. It was right. Okay. Do. To be fair, Dave does rag on America a bit too much. Yeah, that's whatever. I mean, I talk shit about America too, but at least I live here and can actually, like, attest to it. I need to put a cross support in here somewhere, like maybe halfway down, because this is just a little flexy. A little flexier than I would like. Okay. That just sucks, because then you got a fucking row of screws going down, but yeah, that may be happening soon. Oh. Class act. Pancake boobies. What's up, Slippy? Slippy Fish, an American Irishman discussing Morgan environment says, "There's some kind of an Englishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman walk into the bar. The bartender looks up and says, is this some kind of a joke?" There's not like a lot of places you can hide these things. Oh, there's one. Hidden in plain sight. Need one more. There's that, which is not correct. Is this all the bags? Oh, there it is. Hiding under that piece. Okay. This is all tweets. Chipmunk. No joke here. I live stateside. I love the country and most of the people. The politics can go to hell. Yeah. But the same is true in any country. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. This. These. Okay. Let's see. This is current. Well, no, it is not bidirectional. It needs to be that way. Another blue. That's a big old blue. Big old blue. There. Snap. Need a little zoom on this motherfucker. That's pretty good. 7 straight round. Okay. 3 of these. Where the hell did he go? This goes here and here. Got that. Okay, one of these goes here. Ah, there we go. And these 2 there. Yeah. Okay, now we need this guy here and a 5 round. Right there. Put this on at a weird angle. And this guy here. Big bracket. Big bracket, Brian. Yeah. 3 of these. Look at the big brain on Brad. Here, there. And that right in the only one it can fit in. Yeah. Another elbow. That. 3 more. A person is fine. It's usually groups of people. Yeah, even. I thought I heard a bunch of rain. I was like, what? It's not supposed to friggin' rain. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, usually the people get emboldened when they're in groups. And the problem is when you get a lot of dumb people together, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Holding that, another 5 rounds. Slightly back this way. Have a good night, Chris. Sleep well. Okay. Looks like a puppy almost. Oof, oof. His ears back. Oh. It's like in a car. Oh. Well, anyway. Bent bit and long 7 rounds and connect this side. I just say I've been on the planet for 61 years and not one of any politician has been able to fix it in 4 or 8 years if they were lucky to get reelected. So why should it matter? It will always be the same. Yeah, pretty much. People don't fix things unless they can make money off of it anymore, so That looks like a llama. Kicking the llama's ass. Yeah. A llama with like a boogie on it. A rhino llama? A llama? Llama? Is that a fucking thing? Like how some have a small guy syndrome? Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. This goes there. Fifth one down. And this plugs into here. Second one up. This goes into the one ear. Okay. And unusual swivelly bit. There we go. Goes there. Another black one. Oh, three of them actually. One there, here, another ear, into the nose. One of our local conservatives did really well for 16 years, and I am the antithesis of conservative, but then he ran for central government and became a twat. There are two types of politicians, helpful ones and successful ones. That's about right. That's about right. And we got a golf club. Kind of weird looking, but I guess that'll work. And this one. Cool. And this goes. Pierce the nose. Alright. And the twofer version of that. With a long and short axle. We had a Supreme Court justice named Scooter who was pretty moderate for most of his career, but when he got to the Supreme Court, he turned hard left. Yeah. And most of that's just as you get to different levels of government, your bribes change, like the level of bribery changes, so you may get a better quote paycheck for changing your ways. Most people don't believe in the law anymore. They believe in the dollar. Or whatever your local currency is. I'm just trying to go camping next weekend, that's all. And that's all getting sorted out. I got most of my gear packed up behind me already. Still got to clean out the water bottle, or the canteen and the hydration pack. But besides that, I did find all the loose bits and pieces if you watched that stream Sunday. But I did end up finding everything I was looking for. Oh yeah, we're not going to attach that and then try to attach these. That's silly. Especially because of pieces like that. Is anything else attaching to those? No. Okay. Goes there. This will be really interesting to see if the stand actually holds this thing. Assuming I can get it together. Why is this not really happy about? There it is. Okay. Just very tight. Wants a very specific angle. What's up, Boozy? Frank Notabetty's learning to type, I guess. There we go. Where the hell are we? Oh, we're over here. There we go. One of these up here. Cool. That's their wedgies on the bottom. Your mind is going a few thousand miles per hour. Oh. Yeah, I know how that goes. Especially with some bullshit that's might be trying to go down at work. But that's how that goes. Josh says my mind is never still either. I am never at peace. Yeah, that's I gotta get pretty ripped. Speaking of which, 420 somewhere. Happy 420. Yeah, I gotta get pretty ripped for my brain to shut the well, to slow down a little bit. Cheers. It never shuts up. That's for goddamn sure. Well, there's a lot of leftover pieces. Okay. So apparently that's it. How do they want this thing to sit? I don't know how particular they are and how this thing sits, but looks like however we can get it, I guess. I feel like yeah, actually that would work pretty good like that. Okay, well, there's that. So let's see. Oh, good. You don't go anywhere. We have a vote. We have a vote. So yeah, this is complete. Finally, means I can minimize that. I can actually see what the hell you see. No, you just see a face full of Lego. All right. Well, let me switch to the main camera. We will do a poll for those that are left, which is mostly anyway. And then we shall go. And I'll show you this on the main camera. Oh. There, camera's up. See if I can do this without destroying it. There's that. I don't have a banana for scale, but I got a post-it note for scale. So there's that. I'm going to somehow get that right where Freddy's tail is. Figure it can hang out near the ISS, even though it's slightly off scale. I imagine if this particular one tried to dock with that ISS, it would be a bit of an international catastrophe. There's the here. Oh, there's the bottom. It's got 3 little farters on it for farting around in space. as well as all these other silver holes I imagine are probably representative of the RCS thrusters, as they would be spaced appropriately for such. Alright. Okay. Where the hell can I get a poll going here? Which keyboard? I'll use that keyboard. Let me flip this around. Looks like a pig's nose. Oh, yeah. Oop. There's the microphone. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Now it needs a rocket, Falcon 9. I'm trying to... I want to get a Falcon 9. Falcon Heavy. And, like, the associated launchers, like launch pads with them. But I want to try and find them in the matching scale. That's, I haven't looked in a little while, but I haven't... When I looked, the last time I looked, they didn't have any in, like, matching scales. So that's basically what I'm looking for. Something I can do that they kind of match each other. So let's do... Hold on. Let's do this poll before everyone goes. Start a poll. Alright. Do they... Junkyard Wars, I remember that one when you took car parts and made stuff. Yeah, I remember Junkyard Wars. Do. Alright, let's do that. Do that. Fuck it. That. And... And that. Alright. There's our poll for next week. What would you like to see happen next week? And if whenever it goes, we'll let people know Saturday, in case they don't know about Wednesday stuff, but I'm pretty sure most of them do. Let's see, Junkyard Wars was quite well staged at that time. Then it became way too obvious. Yeah, like at first it was kind of neat, and then it was like, oh, look, we found a nuclear reactor in the trunk of a Ford Escort. They're like, what? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that, do they even exist, Mr. S? Do you mean the thrusters? Or that whole thing there? Because that is that's actually based on the first SpaceX Cargo Dragon. That is the Cargo Dragon-1, and that actually went and docked and flew and did things in space and came back. But yeah, besides that, that's oh, it was a Ford Sierra. Sorry. Oh, the complete scale set. I have no idea. I don't think so. That's why it's kind of hard to find like individuals that look. Because sometimes, you know, something will see like, oh, 120 scale. And then you look at another 120 scale and it's like, 120 of what exactly? Because they won't even sort it out right, I guess you could say. Couldn't vote my real vote, had to vote smartass. All right, well, okay, we know where that is then. Something about the excavator, perhaps? Fucking 4 zeros, Jesus Christ. Yeah, then you can go to Adam and Eve to get the other ship. Sorry, what other ship would we be picking up at Adam and Eve? Because, don't know how many maritime goods they sell, though granted, most of their products are apparently fine to, use in the shower. So, well, wow, pick our noses for 2.5 hours is coming in strong. All right. Some junkyards have planes, not an everyday thing. Yeah, I've heard are usually I've been to a couple junkyards that have like, I don't know, like executive fucking, it's like going to a club, you have like the fenced off areas for like the regulars or the specials or whatever. Like that's usually where you would find something like that. I got to tour one junkyard that was holding cars for police investigation of vehicular deaths. Like they showed me this one fucking older, well not older, well like 2000s, a newer one, but quote old nowadays, a newer Firebird that the engine was in the back seat, the transmission in the trunk, because the dude went on a time to move myself on run, I guess we'll say, and hit a hill and hit a telephone pole about 15-20 feet in the air, like pretty much at the top of it, and shoved everything through, and like there were still hair and teeth on the fucking steering wheel, and I'm like, yeah. That, and of course, brown splatter marks fucking everywhere. But yeah, they showed me some interesting shit in that section. The whole time I'm like, this is interesting. Why the fuck are we back here again? Like, I don't even know why the hell we went back there. But yeah, it's actually not too far from here. But that was, fuck, how old am I? 47? That was like 25 years ago. I wonder if they still do that. I imagine they, of course, nowadays they probably had to buy the whole fucking junkyard for it. Also, for work, I've been to, poor telephone guy, yeah, really, fuck. But for work, I had to go work on one of the long-term impound police yards for like all the cars they took from like drug dealers and like people, any cars that they took possession of that would either be auctioned off or held on to for evidence. Had to go work on cars in that yard. And then most of those cars were full of fucking bullet holes and shit. So yeah, this is great. This is the fun junkyard. Well, it looks like the engine is coming up next week, so I'll let people know on Saturday, and I'll probably throw a short out on like Tuesday, in case, we can find some other people that enjoy the engine. At least watching it get built live over, I don't know how long that's going to take. And I forget if it came with all the right lubricant. If not, I'll get it sorted out after next week. Boogeyman Nose Picker. Is that like the evil guy that traps you in a corner at night and like cleans your sinuses for you? Doesn't necessarily sound like a bad thing. I drive by Frank Notabity says I drive by a Mercury XR4 Ti all the time, which is pretty much a Sierra Cogsworth, but worse. Yeah. God, yeah, I've seen a Mercury or two around here. Not for a long time, but I've seen a couple of them. As Jack Attack says, I've started investing in stocks, beef, chicken, and vegetable. Someday I hope I'll be a billionaire. Oh boy. Stayed up all night wondering where the sun went. Then it dawned on me. Oh boy, we're all jumping into it. Frank Notabetty, I've seen a lot of wrecked cars. Had one the other day that the engine came out of a Honda Civic. A few through the air, took out the telephone lines with the engine and transmission block. Oh, flew through the air and took out the power lines. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Saw a Tacoma that flipped end to end and took out 3 power poles in the middle of a small town. That probably could have gone better. All right. Well, I would say from the poll here, we are going to be doing the engine build tomorrow. I'll let that go for another moment. We'll end the poll, and then I'm going to go get some food. don't know what though. I don't really have any leftovers. Oh, no, that's right. Shit, I'm making hamburger helper tonight. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, good. Okay, so if you want to vote, go ahead and vote real quick, even though it's probably, just about everybody. And give it another minute. So let's do a final toast while we're making sure everybody places their vote. Cheers, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out for all this. And obviously, I appreciate everyone that's hung out, donated, and did what they can to help us get to this engine, whether it's watching, clicking the like button, or just hanging out. Cheers, everybody. God, why is this clogged again? Funny, an engine can fly out. You try to pull an engine out, a wire and a hose holds the damn thing, and yeah, it's interesting when you see accidents and like engines and transmissions go flying. Meanwhile, you undo every fucking bolt in the car, including half the interiors and the goddamn dome light, and you still have 50,000 fucking wires dragging the frame around. Yeah, it's amazing what sudden stopping force, how much of a helping wrench that can be, I guess you could say. Alright, so we will start on that next week. Go ahead and end that before the nose picking thing takes over. The nitro car, as soon as I can find a better lot to drive it in, with less cars, speed bumps, and general obstacles, other than myself, obviously. We'll do that. And yeah. Trigonometry is so confusing. I wish I understood sign language. Word. All right, everybody. Oh, wait, do we got Boink. Dinner is served 2 slices. I saw Texas toast. Sounds like, 2 slices of Texas toast and the Stouffer cream chip beef and gravy. Yeah, that's pretty good. That don't sound bad. That don't sound bad at all. Maybe I'll make some garlic toast for the hamburger helper. That's usually good. Well, garlic toast pretty much goes good with fucking anything, but you know. Or just buy it goddamn self as a meal. I've eaten like 4 slices of garlic toast once because I just wanted it that much for a meal. But anyway. All right, everybody. One more puff and then we'll get out of here. So I shall be back Saturday. Who knows? I might be able to throw a scum stream in there somewhere. But seems like every time I want to do a scum stream, work gets crappy, and just fucking come home and go to sleep. So yeah, Saturday, and then of course we have the engine Wednesday, and then next Thursday we do meatballs in marinara sauce. We talked about that last week. Kind of hoping it's set up as like a meatball sub. Like that would be fucking wicked if we could meatball sub that bitch. But we'll see. We'll find out next week. So I'm going to figure out where the mouse is. There it is. What's up, buddy? And I'm going to head on out of here. So again, I appreciate you watching, hanging out, supporting the channel, and I will see you next time. So be groovy to each other and have a good evening. I am out of here in a 5, a 4, 3, 2, 1.